Hi, this is Kari Spencer from the Micro Farm Project, and I'm here today at the St. Vincent de Paul Farm in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm here to show you something very important. So let's take a look. The St. Vincent de Paul Farm is a very lush garden, but they're doing some renovation here. It's going to be amazing, but right now it's just a big dirt pile. Why am I showing you a big dirt pile? Well, I want to make a point about weeds. You notice over here, lush garden. Over here, disturbed earth, barren and devoid of vegetation. Now, what would happen if they abandoned this site and just left it to nature? What would pop up here? What would start to grow? Well, it certainly wouldn't be rose bushes or apple trees. The first thing to start growing would be weeds. Weeds are nature's reclamation crew. And if we understand that weeds are the first plants to pop up in a landscape that has been disturbed, that will help us with our gardening in two important ways. First, since we know that weeds will pop up first in a disturbed landscape, when we are getting a garden ready to plant and we have disturbed the soil, we can get weeds to pop up first before we even plant our garden so that we can get rid of them before we start to actually cultivate that ground. So how do you do that? When you're getting ready to plant, just start watering the bare soil before you even plant anything. And the weeds will start to pop up and show themselves, and you can just take a hoe and just hoe them off. If you live in a cold climate and your garden has been dormant over the winter time, in the spring, a few weeks before you actually want to plant out your seeds, go ahead and cover that soil with some plastic and make sure it's wet underneath there. That will help to warm up the soil enough to get the weeds to germinate. Then you can take the plastic off and hoe off those weeds and have a really nice clean seed bed for your garden. The second way that understanding how weeds reclaim landscapes can help us is to know that many of our garden vegetables are the descendants of weedy plants. Arugula is related to rocket weed and so on. So many of our vegetables like to grow in disturbed soil. So when you're preparing your garden to plant seeds, rough up the top inch or two of soil a bit and then smooth it out nicely before you plant. And that will help your seeds to grow better and have better germination. So that's how weeds are related to seeds and what weeds tell us about gardening. This is Kari Spencer signing off from the St. Vincent de Paul Garden. Grow great.